What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod, and I'm a full-time eBay and PoshMark seller. And in today's video, I'm going to go over a decent-sized thrift store haul and share some of the finds that I picked up over these past few days. So let's get into it. First up is this Adidas All Blacks rugby jersey. The All Blacks are a New Zealand rugby team, and I usually find their jerseys fairly often in my area. There's nothing on the back of this one. But these usually sell anywhere between 30 and 40 bucks, and I haven't seen anyone like this online before, so I might shoot for a little higher and see if I can get $50 for this one. Next up is this Indiana Pacers Jermaine O'Neal jersey. This is one of those retro throwbacks that they printed. It's a hardwood classics and it's a size 48. And what you want to do is, when you find in these type of throwback jerseys, you want to make sure that it's authentic, because they make a lot of fakes with these. So what you want to look for is the authentic Reebok tag that looks like that. And you also want to make sure that it has the hardwood classic tag on the bottom there as well. So this jersey might sell anywhere between 50 and 60 bucks. Because it does have a stain on there, so I'm going to try to get that off. But if I can get it cleaned up, I'll probably shoot for about 70 to 80 bucks on this one. Next is this San Jose Sharks jersey. I haven't seen anyone online like this one either, so I'm going to shoot for anywhere between, I'm going to say $50 or $60 for this jersey. Or I might shoot a little higher because it's in great condition. It's no stains, no tears. It might be brand new without the tags, but just to play it safe, I'm going to just say it's pre-owned. And I should get anywhere between 50 and 60 bucks for this one. Here I picked up a pair of Patagonia Campoline pants, and these are basically like a fancy pair of thermals. These are for women, and they were brand new with the tags. And the tags say 38 bucks, so I'm probably going to shoot somewhere between $25 and $30 for these, since they are brand new with the tags. And like I always say, I always find a lot of Patagonia stuff because my area is not too far from the Patagonia factory. So anytime you do find Patagonia, always pick it up, because it's a very quick sell, especially now since it's about to be fall. These type of pants are going to be selling very fast. Next is this simple blue plaid shirt from Ben Silver Charleston. And I sold a pair of pants from this brand before. I never sold any shirts, but this shirt is in amazing condition. I think it's brand new, but it might just be freshly dry cleaned. Very good brand. It usually sells anywhere between 40 and 50 bucks. I picked it up for 5 bucks, so it's definitely a great deal. Make sure you look out for Ben Silver Charleston. This is going to be one of the brands I feature in one of my upcoming videos, where I talk about some of the menswear brands that sell for really good profit and I had absolutely no clue about. So be on the lookout for Ben Silver Charleston. Next is a brand that's no stranger here, Untucked, one of my favorite brands to sell. This one is a purple gingham print. It's very, very clean, no type of stains or anything like that. That's also something I make sure not to pick up. Well, I try not to unless I can clean it up at home. But Untucked, definitely a very good brand. Always sells anywhere between 40 and 50 bucks. This is a slim fit, so it might command a little more money. But always look out for the Untucked shirts. And this is what the tag looks like on there as well. So make sure, be on the lookout for Untucked. Next, I got a couple of vintage t-shirts, and I don't usually find too many good vintage t-shirts, but I'm starting to find them a little more often now. This one was crazy. This had a lot of a very huge Adidas logo on the front and a very good size one on the back, and there's also a little spell out on the sleeve as well. And this one clearly has some signs of wear. You could tell on the neck it's been worn for years, but I mean, this is a true vintage shirt. It's no holes or no tears or anything like that, so this should definitely still sell well. I'm gonna add somewhere between 30 and 40 bucks, and I only got it for $2, so that's definitely some good profit to be made. Next is this Los Angeles Raiders t-shirt. No, fuck that up. Next is this Los Angeles Kings t-shirt. This one is super dope. Single stitch on the sleeve as well. There's no real cracking on the logo, and this one is from 1988. So if you're new to picking up vintage t-shirts, what you want to look for is that single stitch on the sleeve. This is something that true vintage collectors, that's something they look for. You might not be able to tell, but it's just a single chain stitch on the sleeve, and that's what really lets you know if something is vintage or not. And the date is usually somewhere on the bottom of the logo, and this one is, like I said, 1988. So very old t-shirt, but still in great condition for its age. So I might ask anywhere between 40 and 50 bucks, and we'll see what happens with that. Next is the blazer that I picked up yesterday, and this was half off, so I only paid $4 for this one. And it is from Charles Turwitt, and I believe it's brand new without the tags. I'm gonna say it's brand new without the tags, mainly because the vents and the pockets are still stitched. So anytime you see the vents and the pockets still being stitched, usually that means the person never wore it, because obviously if you wore a blazer you would want to open up the pockets for that. So this one should get anywhere between 30 and 40 bucks. Like I said, brand new without the tags. And just be on the lookout for Charles Turwitt. I don't usually sell their dress shirts anymore, but their blazers and their jackets still sell for good money, so be on the lookout for those. Here I have another Nike golf shirt, and I usually don't pick these up, but because this one had that Budweiser logo on the sleeve, this should command a little more money. So it's a size extra large, so I'll shoot anywhere between 30 and 40 bucks, because this one is definitely, you know, a little more rare because of that Budweiser logo. So anytime you see these Nike Golf Tour performance shirts, make sure you're checking out the back, or you're checking out the sleeves, and sometimes they might have an emblem on the chest, and that might, you know, command a little more money, because that means they're, you know, a little more rare, and somebody on the golf course would want something, you know, just to stand out in while they're playing. So definitely be on the lookout for Nike Golf Performance polo shirts. This is my first time picking up this brand. These are some Black Diamond hiking pants. I never picked up Black Diamond before. I see them fairly often, but I think this would sell anywhere between 20 and 25 bucks. This one was also half off because of the weekend sale, so I should be getting some good profit on this one, but I never sold it before, so we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna post it on eBay and on PoshMark and see where I get, you know, a decent offer for these. Next up is this Ralph Lauren Black Label casual shirt. It's in a tan fabric, which is pretty casual, pretty simple. It's a great texture to it as well, so I think this should definitely be a good sell. I usually don't sell Ralph Lauren shirts, like simple Ralph Lauren shirts, but Black Label and Purple Label are two brands that I'm always looking out for, and this one was Black Label. And here's what that tag looks like. These shirts usually sell anywhere between 40 and 50 bucks. Regular Ralph Lauren shirts, the market is just so oversaturated. You could probably look it up right now and it'll be over 1,000 different polo Ralph Lauren shirts. So if you're gonna sell Ralph Lauren, stick to Purple Label, Black Label, and Rugby is also good as well. And like I said, this should get anywhere between 40 and 50 bucks. So you'll see how that goes. Next is this Patagonia shirt. This one looks more like a hiking style shirt. I sell a lot of Patagonia, like I said before, but I never sold any shirts like this before, so I'm not exactly sure how much to price it for. I might shoot for about 30 or 40 bucks, but definitely very clean, no type of stains or any holes or anything like that. So this should sell good, and it should sell fairly fast. Next is this Burberry shirt. Burberry shirts always do well for me. I usually only have them for a couple of days. So I'm gonna post this one anywhere between $40 and $50. Like I said, this one is super clean. It's a simple gingham print as well. So and there's very subtle Burberry hits on there. Through the collar you can see the Burberry plaid, and on the chest there's the Burberry logo. So definitely be on the lookout for Burberry shirts, because a lot of people tend to wear these, especially during the fall. These long sleeve casual shirts are going to be very popular around this time of the year, so definitely be on the lookout for Burberry. Next is this plaid shirt from the Kooples, and I never sold any clothes from the Kooples before, but I follow them on Instagram, and it's a relatively new brand. They sell a lot of leather jackets and stuff like that, but the Kooples is definitely a good brand to look out for. This one is a slim fit, so it's a very like skinny type of fitting clothes, but it's super dope. It also has a nice little hit on the bottom as well. Hope you guys can see that. It's a size medium, And these shirts usually sell anywhere between $25 and $35. So you'll see how that one goes. I'm definitely posting this on PoshMark because I'm sure a lot of PoshMark sellers and buyers are looking for the Kooples because it's more of an Instagram type of brand. So definitely be on the lookout for the Kooples. Next is this Titleist Golf Hat. I never sold any one of these before, but I'm always on the lookout for these because I know they sell fairly fast. It's a big Titleist logo on the back of the hat as well. And there's not a ton of money to be made in these. I picked it up for $3 and they usually sell for about $20, especially the Pro V1. This one is super clean, probably was never worn. So I'll be posting this one for about $20 and I won't accept any best offers because, like I said, it's not a lot of money to be made. And that's usually how I determine whether or not to do best offer. If I know it usually sells for $20, I'll just throw it up there for $20. And the person that's looking for this shirt, for this hat, and they really like it, they're just gonna pay the $20 because I'm also gonna do free shipping. So Titleist hats are definitely something to be on the lookout for. Next, got a pair of these Ugg boots, and this is the Bailey model with the bow on the back. I paid up for these. I paid about $15 for these because I used my Goodwill coupon. As you could tell, the tag was $19.99. But that's also another good thing. I know in some areas, Goodwill, they usually price their items a little higher if they're familiar with the brands. So what you want to do is always donate something, whether it's a shirt or just something laying around the house. Just donate something so that you can get that 25% off coupon. That way when you see items that are priced a little higher, you can still get a little money off of that and still be able to pick it up. And I usually would always grab Ugg boots because they sell very fast for me. I get a lot of Ugg stuff because I'm where the Ugg factory is located, so I always find Ugg. And these usually sell anywhere between $55 and $75. So like I said, I paid $15 for it with the Goodwill coupon, and that should definitely be a good flip. And it should definitely sell fast as well. Here's a new brand that I'm selling for the first time as well. This is from Nisolo, and they are, I worked with them on Instagram before, but I never sold anything from them. But Nisolo is a very good brand. The shoes are very high quality, and they have a decent following, so I'm pretty sure they should sell well. I'm definitely going to post these on PoshMark too because, like I said, they have a big Instagram following, and I know a lot of people on PoshMark, they're usually looking for more of those trendier brands. So Nisolo should sell well. I'm just going to clean these up just a little bit because there's some signs of wear on there. And I actually picked these up from a local yard sale. So that's something you also want to be on the lookout for. Anytime you're driving and you see those signs on the weekends, whether it's an estate sale, garage sale, yard sale, anywhere you can pick up stuff for cheap, make sure you stop. And I waited until about 12 o'clock to go. That way I can find some of the last minute things and just get a better deal for them. So like I said, these shoes were from Nisolo. I paid $6 for them, and I should get somewhere about $40 for them. So that should be a good flip. Next is this electric fabric shaver, and this is going to be featured in one of my next videos as well. I'm going to do a video on the type of stuff that resellers should have in their, basically in their inventory, just so that they can refresh clothes, clean stains, fix things up. And this is definitely something I'm going to be using a lot, especially since it's about to be fall and winter. This helps shave like some of that pilling and some of that fuzz off of sweaters and shirts. So this is definitely something I'm going to be using a lot. I paid $6 for this one, and of course this is going to be kept. I'm not going to sell this one. I'm going to have to keep this just so I can use it for future stuff that I find. Now, last but not least is this suit that I found from Bijan, and I believe Bijan, they are with Brioni. And those of you that may not know, Brioni is a very high-end suit brand, and I think Bijan is just they're one of their affiliates. So I saw this suit. First I just saw the blazer, and I never heard of Bijan before, so I just looked at the buttons, and the buttons, as you can tell, are mother of pearl buttons. Let me give you a shot of that. And just by seeing the buttons, I knew instantly that this was a high quality blazer. So I picked it up, of course, and I looked up the comps, and I was seeing the comps for blazers anywhere between $150 and $300. And then I kept walking around, and I ended up finding the pants for the suit as well. So being able to sell the blazer with the pants is instantly just going to command a lot more money. So definitely be on the lookout for Bijan. I'm going to post this suit for somewhere between $350 and $450, and it might sit around for a little bit, but like I said, I don't usually find complete suits, and I never sold this suit before either. So there's absolutely no problems with it. It's still pressed and it still looks, still looks pretty much brand new. So I'm gonna post that for about 300, maybe 350 to 450, and see what happens with that. And like I said, that's something you definitely should look out for. Bijan and Brioni suits, Bijan suits sell for a lot of money, and that's definitely the find of the day. So that's all I have for today's thrift store haul. I hope you guys learned something new, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you didn't already, make sure you smash that like button, because that always helps me branch out the channel a little more people can find it, and more people can learn more of these brands that I'm selling. So if you have any questions, drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.